Have you ever noticed that the mornings you start in a rush, the whole day feels rushed? And the mornings where you begin calm, clear, and focused, the day flows almost effortlessly? That is no coincidence. The secret to ruling your day is hidden in the first few moments after you wake up. If you can own your morning, you can rule your day and eventually your life. Step 1. Morning sets the tone. The first moments of your morning are not ordinary. They are the steering wheel of your entire day. When you wake up, your mind is like soft clay, easily shaped by whatever you choose to pour into it. If you rise in a hurry, already anxious, already grabbing your phone, already feeling behind, that rush becomes the rhythm of your whole day. But if you rise with intention, if you take a deep breath, whisper a word of gratitude, and step into the day calmly, you will carry that peace into every moment that follows. The beginning sets the pattern, and the pattern becomes your experience. Think of a musician tuning their instrument before a performance. If the first note is off key, the entire song struggles to find harmony. In the same way, your morning is that first note. It determines whether your day plays out in harmony or disarray. A positive start does not guarantee everything will go perfectly, but it gives you the resilience, the patience, and the clarity to face whatever comes your way. Without that grounding, even small obstacles can feel like heavy burdens. With it, the same challenges become opportunities to grow. When you start your morning with reflection, planning, and gratitude, you are quietly declaring, "I am in charge of my time. I will not be ruled by chaos." That mindset builds momentum. One small victory, like making your bed or reading a few uplifting words, sends a message to your subconscious that you are ready to take control. That simple beginning carries over into your work, your conversations, and your decision-making. The morning plants seeds, and all through the day you harvest what you sowed in those first quiet minutes. Step 2, power of quiet reflection. There is a sacred strength in the stillness of the morning, a power that often goes unnoticed in our noisy, hurried world. Before the phone starts buzzing, before demands of work, school, or family begin pressing in, there exists a small window of silence where the heart and mind can be gently aligned. Quiet reflection in these early moments acts like a compass. It does not remove the storms of life, but it keeps you from losing direction when they arrive. When you sit in stillness, whether through prayer, meditation, or simply breathing deeply and thinking with gratitude, you create space for your soul to breathe. The world teaches us to rush, to compete, to get moving as quickly as possible, but wisdom reminds us that strength comes from grounding yourself first. A tree grows tall because its roots are deep, and in the same way, a person stands firm because their inner life has been nurtured in silence before the day begins. In those minutes of reflection, you quiet the noise of yesterday and prepare your spirit for today. You let go of bitterness, anxiety, and distractions, and you choose instead to fill your mind with peace, purpose, and clarity. What you reflect on in those moments shapes the quality of your thoughts for hours to come. A grateful heart leads to joy, a focused mind leads to productivity, and a centered spirit leads to resilience. Quiet reflection is not wasted time, it is invested time. It multiplies back to you in the form of patience when frustrations arise, clarity when decisions press in, and peace when chaos surrounds you. The power of a strong morning is not in how fast you start, but in how deeply you are centered before you begin. Step 3, small wins create big victories. Great success is rarely the result of one dramatic moment. More often, it is the accumulation of many small, almost invisible wins that build into something remarkable. The morning gives you the perfect opportunity to stack these small victories. When you make your bed, drink water, exercise for a few minutes, or read something uplifting, these actions may look minor, but they carry an important message. You are in control, you are disciplined, and you are moving forward. That message sets the tone for the rest of your day. Each small win is like laying a brick. One brick on its own may not look like much, but as you continue placing them day after day, you are building a strong foundation that can hold the weight of greater achievements. The human mind thrives on progress, and when you begin with something you can accomplish quickly, you generate momentum. That momentum carries into the bigger, more challenging tasks, giving you confidence that you can handle them too. Success grows from action, and action grows from small beginnings. Think about the difference it makes when you start your morning with one completed task versus starting in disorder. A made bed, an organized desk, or 10 minutes of movement all whisper to your subconscious, "I finish what I start." That voice grows stronger throughout the day. Small wins train your mind to believe in your capacity, and belief is what fuels endurance when difficulties appear. The beauty of small victories is that they are always within your reach. You may not be able to control every outcome, but you can control whether you take that first step. And when you collect these wins consistently, they become the stepping stones that carry you toward the bigger victories you dream of. Step 4. Feed your mind and spirit. What you allow into your mind and spirit in the morning becomes the fuel you carry for the rest of the day. Just as your body needs nourishment to stay strong, your inner life needs positive, uplifting, and life-giving input to stay centered and resilient. If the first thing you consume is noise, negativity, or endless scrolling, you will find yourself drained before the day has even truly begun. But if you choose to feed your spirit with gratitude, encouragement, scripture, or uplifting words, you step into the day strengthened, guided, and full of energy to face whatever lies ahead. The mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of worry, anger, or comparison, that is exactly what will grow and take root. But if you plant seeds of peace, hope, and confidence, your inner world will blossom into clarity and strength. Feeding your mind with the right thoughts is not about ignoring problems. It is about equipping yourself to deal with them from a place of courage rather than fear. What you choose to dwell on first thing in the morning becomes the lens through which you see the entire day. Even a few minutes of reading something inspiring, listening to positive messages, or affirming truths about yourself can shift your outlook. Instead of being a victim of the world's noise, you become a leader of your own thoughts. The spirit, when nurtured, provides patience in conflict, calm in uncertainty, and joy in simple things. Feeding your inner life is not a luxury. It is a necessity if you want to live with strength, wisdom, and balance. Your mornings are an invitation to decide. Will you start empty, or will you start full of the right fuel to guide you through the day? Step 5, discipline over distraction. The quality of your morning depends less on what you intend to do and more on what you protect yourself from. Distractions are everywhere. Buzzing notifications, endless scrolling, unfinished tasks calling for attention, and if you give in to them early, they multiply throughout the day. Discipline, however, is the shield that guards your time and focus. To choose discipline in the morning is to declare that your priorities matter more than the noise around you. It is not about being rigid. It is about being intentional with the most valuable hours you are given. When you wake up and allow distractions to take control, you are handing away the power of your day before it even begins. Checking messages, jumping straight into chaos, or reacting to every small thing scatters your energy. But when you begin with a structured plan, with clarity about what truly matters, you conserve that energy for things that build you rather than drain you. Discipline is the quiet strength that says no to the unnecessary so you can say yes to what really counts. Every act of discipline in the morning, choosing reflection over rushing, exercise over laziness, focus over mindless scrolling, shapes your character. It teaches you to lead yourself instead of being led by impulses. That self-leadership creates freedom. The freedom to think clearly, to work efficiently, and to walk through the day with a sense of direction rather than confusion. Distraction steals minutes, but discipline creates hours. It is in the morning that your willpower is strongest. And if you train it then, it becomes easier to carry that strength into the rest of the day. Discipline is not about perfection, it is about alignment. Each choice to stay focused is a step toward the life you are building rather than the noise trying to pull you away. Step 6, consistency builds confidence. Confidence does not appear overnight, and it is not simply a feeling that shows up when you need it most. Real confidence is built through the quiet practice of consistency. When you commit to owning your mornings day after day, even in small ways, you create a steady rhythm that strengthens your belief in yourself. Each repeated action becomes proof to your mind that you can be trusted to follow through. That proof becomes the foundation of unshakable confidence. Consistency is more powerful than bursts of effort. Anyone can be motivated for a day or a week, but the person who shows up every morning with discipline, focus, and purpose begins to transform their entire life. It is not about doing everything perfectly, It is about doing the right things regularly enough that they become part of who you are. This steadiness builds a quiet assurance inside you, a voice that says, I have done this before, I can do it again. That assurance is what carries you through challenges with courage instead of fear. Each time you rise and take control of your morning, you are not just shaping a single day, you are shaping your identity. You become someone who follows through, who does not quit, who honors commitments even when feelings fluctuate. That identity builds confidence far deeper than surface-level positivity because it is rooted in experience. You are not just telling yourself you are capable, you are proving it through action. Consistency may feel ordinary in the moment, but over time it creates extraordinary results. With each morning you own, your confidence grows stronger, your faith in yourself grows deeper, and your capacity to handle life's demands expands. It is in the daily repetition that greatness is quietly, steadily built. My friends, every new morning is a gift placed gently in your hands. What you choose to do with it will shape not only your day, but also your future. Own your mornings with gratitude, reflection, small victories, focus, and consistency, and you will discover a strength within you that no distraction, no challenge, and no setback can steal. Remember this, the world does not set the tone for you. You set the tone for the world around you. Rise with purpose, guard your time, feed your spirit, and walk forward with confidence. If you can master the first hours of your day, you can master the direction of your life.